Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Great War mod. We're playing as the Bolshevik revolutionaries in World War I, or at this point we're past World War I as we're in late September 1919. And we've come to the Second Battle of Berlin. First time, of course, we attacked and took the city. Now it's the German counterattack. We'll see how that goes. Now they laid us under siege, and eventually we'll get killed off by the enemy unless we fight back, which is exactly what we're going to do. This is not a particularly big battle. It would only be the troops on this side. It wouldn't be everyone, unfortunately. I was hoping we'd get more troops. Let's decline attack. What if I move this one over on this side? Would that... You know what? I guess the battle the battle will be done in two sections. Because if I move over here, I'm pretty sure these guys will react. And we'll get an interception battle. We'll have to play it in two turns. We'll not get... It would be nice to get everything in one, but we'll get into two. So right now, Peter Wrangel will take out the actual rebel army that has spawned. And then, once that battle is done, the defenders of the town will go ahead and sally forth against the armies out in the west. So first we clear out the Germans from the east, then we take out the west and win that, secure the city. With that said, let's draw into battle. Here's the statistics of that battle. We lost about a third of our force, 1,100 men. Which means we still have 2,495 men. One unit was utterly destroyed. And looking at the roster, it was that border guard that fought down to just the officer actually surviving and leaving the field. He was later shot, though, to make an example for the rest of them. You don't go against a party like that by... thinking or trying to save your own life. And we can see the barrier troops and border guards were actually the highest killers, then the mounted infantry. The enemy, only 15 men remain. The enemy killed 915 of us, while we lost 1,100. That seems like a lot of friendly fire. That's almost 300 people, which seems like a lot. Like 25% of our casualties was inflicted by our own bullets. But I never really placed troops in a way that... I guess charging the machine guns led to a lot of friendly fire. But there we go. That unit is gone. I'm gonna hold here and wait for this to reinforce before we would jump and attack and outrus all the way this guy, Max Hoffman. He's got very many stars. He's got tons of stars. Nothing ever come close to this guy. And also he's got machine guns, so that would tip the favor possibly a little bit in... He got nervous twitch. Right. It's the second part of the Battle of Berlin. So let's go ahead. And... Oh, I can't, because I can't attack, because because I declined the previous oh, okay, so I can't just... Right. Maybe that's better, because they will be able to bring in reinforcements. Here's the second part of the rebel army, so they spawned two of those armies. One of them closer to Wolfenburg industrial mines, and the other one to Prenzlau, commercial farming. I guess we need to end turn then and see what the enemy comes up with, if they're able to reinforce their attack on Berlin, or what happens really. So let's go ahead and end turn. Vienna has fallen! The Habsburg will be turning in their graves. They fell last time around. Pomerania, troops recruited in Hungary. Construction, and minister becomes competent. Wonderful. Okay, so did they move troops closer here? They seem to have moved some smaller units. They moved Max Hoffmann closer. And, I mean, this artillery won't be useful anyways, because, well, they are fixed artillery, so they won't be able to use them. Navy's closing in. We got a navy battle. Enemy's closing in from this region. But at the same time, we're closing in from this. I don't want to kick off a battle here, though, because we're doing Battle of Berlin. But maybe I can do an out-resolve here. It's a bit risky. We lost 800 men, but we took the city. It's pretty good. Surprised that these guys are still standing there. Just to pour insult to injury, taking over so many different cities here. Very nice. So that also kind of gives a stepping stone towards taking Prague, which I guess this army could do, or at least can march to block the enemy down on that bridge and then move down towards other areas of the German Empire. But now we got the chance to once again attack. Once again, I'm attacking, and I'm asking for your guys' support. This army is very broken down. It's only 1,200 men, so we'll overrun it quickly before the 2,000 in reinforcement arrives. Both armies are actually very broken down. It puts it in the enemy's favor, but we know all about that, don't we? Without further ado, let's have Alexander Samsonov countercharge and destroy our enemies. The enemy commander has more stars than us. He's a better general, so we can't see exactly where he's placing his troops. But I've placed all of my troops over here. Submachine guns in the center, rifles on the flank. We've got engineers over here and the shotgun infantry over there. So about half the army is troops that can deploy forward. Then the second line is going to rush forward with the artillery on the hill, machine guns over here. If our attack fails and we have to fall back, and the enemy will counterattack. With that said, let's go ahead and start. And ooh, we start right on top of the enemy, and it's one hell of a fight that starts off. All the submachine guns are going off. The enemy machine gun troop that was here got absolute slaughtered right off the start. Cavalry unit gone. Oh, the machine guns over here were targeted by the artillery, and they died so quick that they didn't have time to redirect the artillery. Polvon Letov just died. All the German troops are falling apart. Let's get the submachine gunners a little bit closer and get those combat engineers closer. Trench gunners forward. I'm not even gonna move the second line into range of the enemy. Not yet anyways. Because right now we're killing the Germans as it is. We're kind of not doing so hot on this side. The submachine gunners will force their way onto the on the side of the enemy there, and the combat engineers will go behind there, and then the trench gunners will charge into it. The rifle guys over here will pull back because that unit's almost dead, and then from this position submachine gunners should be able to fire a lot better. Close range fighting just the way we like it. And here's that German African infantry. Ooh, point blank range here. I'm surprised they didn't actually come close enough to go into melee. They're retreating. The enemy was blown up by the artillery barrage. And the submachine gunners are just slaughtering everyone. However, enemy reinforcement has now turned up. Under the command of... it must be Max that's turning up with his guard cavalry. That's bad. We're gonna move units like that. You will go behind the combat engineers and switch to grenades, because the grenades got longer range than your god-awful trench guns. Ah, enemy machine gun. Target it with a heavy artillery. Oh, that's the machine gun cutting down my men over here. Another general has fallen. And what's left of the Germans over here are shattered and retreating. The guns are more or less decrewed. They're still manning 3 artillery pieces though. No entirely sure how that works. Okay, if you can't properly shoot them, switch to grenades and throw grenades at them. Heavy artillery took care of that. Now it's the enemy reinforcements over here that's moving in. They're deploying their artillery. Let's go ahead and blow this place to pieces. And blow up all the houses here. Infantry will advance. I like this area right here. We've got 2 houses that we can fortify, and then stone walls in an L shape. So we'll give the enemy the L. Okay, so the grenades clearly didn't work, or something, so we'll order the men to charge. Get rid of those cannons. My infantry is rushing forward. The machine gun does actually kind of reach up to that point. Go ahead, blast the enemies. Give them some high explosive rounds. Okay, we tore down that house. I want to tear down all the houses though. And if we in the process we destroy some enemy units or enemy cavalry or what have you, then that's just great. Red army rifles. We need a unit about 200 men. We'll go with that one. And then the units that are not sent to move into the houses will instead move behind the walls, and it'll be a super entrenched position. Will be hard for the enemy to dislodge us there. All this infantry will move to the side of the town, and then we'll move them through the town. Okay, so these guys are moving over there. You will set up behind the wall. must be enemy artillery fire coming our way. But now the troops moving into the strong point here. Plus, I think that's our artillery deciding to bombard the cavalry. German cavalry is forced to retreat. And then let's see if the guys can actually set up behind the walls. Looks nice now. They've set up. Everyone is in position. Very nicely done. Let's see, how does it look over here? Look at what kind of messy artillery position the Germans have made. I'm gonna blow up this house. And I kinda wanna blow up that one as well. They are bombarding our troops over here. Let's see, what do I have over here? I want to bring different trench gunners and machine gunners and stuff forward. And then the two other units, the two combat engineers, will actually go ahead and take the houses. Really good defensive position over here. They're not even really trying to come at it. Just blew down all these houses. I think we're gonna open up as much as possible here. Destroying house after house. It also gives time to the enemy to actually bring troops onto the field. What a mess this looks like. Right at the church. The infantry is slowly marching forward towards us. Oh, we're getting assaulted by the unit over there. Can't you set up on the other side of the wall? Okay, if you can't go on the behind the wall, then do that. And then the rest of these guys will move towards the church. Order my artillery to hold fire right now because we're getting so close. Oh, the enemy's putting a heavy amount of artillery onto this house. He's he's standing on nothing. Oh, there went that unit. Submachine gunners trying their best behind the wall here. Okay, the enemy is actually coming in to attack us in the town. They're overrunning that unit over there. These guys will join that house. What we'll do is set up over there. We never got... Oh, that house is... We never could go into that house anyways. Now I noticed. Oh, machine guns. I think they're targeting our house. Oh, they've blown up a lot of troops over here. I think it's time then to attack. Oh, they're targeting our artillery as well. Or the general.
Our general is under attack.
Bastards. I'm gonna move forward the machine gun and then 4 units over here that weren't completely destroyed. Gonna move forward into the attack. Let's see what's happening in town. These guys managed to destroy the enemy over there. Let's continue fire for now. Oh, you can get grenade shots maybe on those guys. Mostly landing on the houses. Didn't I order these guys to fire at will? Target the enemy artillery. Load them away. Not entirely sure why the enemy is sending troops all the way over here. Throwing grenades at the enemy moving through here. Not super necessary as they turn up right now. We'll be able to machine gun them down as they come through. They're setting up to fire back. Come on, get some good shots. A submachine gun unit should definitely work a lot better in this close quarter against the enemy troops. It seems it's because my men they're really focusing on this edge right here. You can see the bullets are all my bullets are landing over here. If they fired more evenly through the unit, it would be better. But as more and more units are getting destroyed over here, the most furthest to the right... Oh, they're charging! They're gonna try and overwhelm us, but it was too little too late. I get these guys through here. And now get these guys up here through that as well. The house is almost destroyed. Get these guys forward. There's 2 units that moved in, but they're not actually on the field of battle, which is a bit odd. So that could actually lead to the Germans winning this fight just because of that bug, which is going to be a little bit annoying. I'm gonna target the enemy with heavy artillery on those 2, and then we're gonna focus all the fire over here, and then the 2 units that are going over here will figure out some way to defeat them. Now we're able to put all our troops firing upon the enemy's artillery position. They're really odd position here. I wonder... you know what? I think there is where the problem is for those 2 units that have marched in. If we kill off the units that are stuck in that house, I think that will lead us to victory. Move over there. These guys are stuck in a house as well. Move into bloody positions. I think the flags will probably pop up on these 2 as soon as the troops that are stuck in the house over here are killed. Yeah, the flag popped up on this one, which is great. Now the houses will target him, and hopefully my machine gun will get going as well. God damn it, just fire already. I'll just set you down there. That second unit needs to go as well. Let's see, are there still people stuck in the house? I can see a boot! Yeah, there's still troops stuck here. Oh, there's more coming in fact. It's better to have them just drawn up in a line behind here rather than actually setting up on the walls. You idiots have somehow managed to sneak your way into this house. Great. Should still be able to get some guys over here, right? This one was defeated. You should be able to fire on this one. This one's still going. And now these guys are turning in. Oh, there we go. The house is destroyed, finally. Does that mean... Yes, the flag is turned up on that infantry over there. Finally, the church was destroyed. Religion, it's just an opiate for the masses. The enemy is forced to flee through this... is that a sniper unit? Yeah, it's a sniper unit. With a sniper officer and snipery stuff. The enemy is getting defeated over here. Machine gun fire, and the troops in the house are firing. Plus, now the artillery targeting these two. Very heavy fighting in this battle. Machine guns gunning down that unit, and now that unit is gone. We have the Ruhr assault unit in the forest. Target that with artillery. The foot guards are back, but for how long? I bet the machine gun plus the guys from the house should take care of that. Any more units coming in from... Yes, even more units coming in. Move these units closer to be able to take care of them in a better way. Guys behind the wall are not really doing that much. Oh, the flamethrower unit is charging. And they get over the wall, and he keeps going and going. Once that Ruhr infantry is defeated, I can... Oh, they've started flaming the area. Once that... There it goes. Artillery can now focus on this area, which will be a complete mess. Oh, there's more flamethrower units that are charging across. Kind of throwing grenades at our own units here. That guy just stabbed one of ours. Get him. Now the artillery blasts are coming in. Kind of hitting really close and shooting some of our own units as well. The machine guns have been shot down so much at this point, and I'm gonna retreat with them. Instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep these two units here. The guys in the houses are no longer necessarily needed over there anymore. Heavy artillery. Blast the 65th infantry. Close range fighting. There's a lot of close range fighting in this battle. They look to outnumber us, but as the artillery gets closer, we're almost firing right in the middle there, right where our own unit is. Surprised the German infantry stood as long as they did. And I think that's victory. Yes, it is victory. And the enemy is retreating. I think we can safely say that we held on to Berlin. But looking at my army, I definitely lost a lot of troops. But if we look at this mess that the Germans left right here, then we can definitely say that the Germans did lose a lot of troops trying to retake Berlin. And a lot of equipment as well. So many heavy cannons destroyed. With that said though, let's go back to the main campaign map and take a look at the result of this battle. And here we do have the result of the battle, and we lost about 5 units completely destroyed. And in terms of numbers, we deployed 2,400, 2,500 roughly. And we're down to 600 men defending Berlin at this point. The rest of them died, 1,800. The entire, more or less, the entire attacking force was killed. Plus 2 really high-ranking generals of the German army. And they have roughly 600 men left as well. Highest killers goes to heavy howitzer, followed by an SMG infantry, where only 9 men remain. So that's that one right there. It must be that one. Really cool battle. I liked it. It was interesting with the close-up fighting that went through the entire thing. Then the close quarters house fighting, tearing down all the houses, heavy bombardment, grenades, chargers and so on. So really cool battle. I really liked this episode. Which I can't say of all of these for the Russian Revolutionary campaign. But I really liked this one. Right. The town definitely needs reinforcement. Is there a unit I can recruit that's available within 1 turn? That's the paramilitaries, and I need 5 of them to fill up the ranks. Could also send, I guess. No, I don't have anything other. They could the Germans could definitely push in another counterattack before we're able to recruit any more troops. So I'm gonna send in the Red Guards from Stettin as well. Even though it stands that I might lose this town just because of that. Everyone gets a nervous twitch. What is up with this? Why is everyone getting what's it called? PTSD. I can't wonder why. I wonder why. Why is everyone getting PTSD from World War One? I wonder what's up with that. But with that said, I think we're gonna go ahead and end it right there. We'll see what we'll do for the next one. But I kind of think that we'll start to wrap up this campaign more or less when we've taken all. It depends really on. I mean, upon this point, I think this was a really good episode. So I think that rather than push it to the very end and just capturing everything on the map, I'll kind of monitor what the views is on each of these videos, and we'll see how much longer I'll continue the Soviet charge going through Europe. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and end the video and say, as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!